everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Panthers going up against the Vikings.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Mahomes now on first down. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And the grab by Crom. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football. You can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and it usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight, because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And an alley to run. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Three yards to go on 2nd down. And the D looking like they may blitz.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Let's go.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. They'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
On play action, it's Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll drop the throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Green 39, Green 39.
off looking right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Man open left side is Brown. Touchdown, Carolina. Corey Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K'Wan Short with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Vikings send out their punter on for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He gives it to Brown. Complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver was Corey Brown. And that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Being chased out left. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now here's Mahomes. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 8 yards to go here on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Over. All right, here we go. Over.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He got 29 yards that time. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short, forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go. Blue Lady. Blue Lady.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Set up a throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
First down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. A try here for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And running room